It was Schnozcast.
I don't know what I don't
Schnoz
trust
is
Schnoz
a
it.
nose.
nose.
Yeah, it's like the old timey word for a nose.
Look at
Oh,
his
I love that cover art.
schnaz.
Yeah,
That cover is so cool.
right. That's actually a great cover. I also,
And they have a border.
yes, they have a border. I wasn't even going to call that out, Alyssa, but thank you. I was just going to be like, I love the 1950s microphone and the uneven lines on the waves coming out of it. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. So,
we just got noses.
Jesse, oh my God.
you ever notice that half the stuff Jesse says should just be printed on like motivational
Oh my
posters?
God. I'll do it. I'll make them all.
Just like a sepia photo of Jesse. It's slightly out of focus. And then the words, where I'm from, people just have noses.
Colorized 1744.
Colorized. Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna do that, Jesse. That's gonna be your new TikTok project. Is you have to find your quotes and you have to make an inspirational quotes reel.
That's great. The episode we just listened to was Love and Gratitude. Show description is a group of close friends try their hand at podcasting with a few drinks, a plucky attitude, and free-flowing banter. We welcome audience participation, reading listener emails, and taking calls on air from friends with hilarious stories to tell. We swear from time to time, but it's only in that way that accentuates the joke. Join us while we learn about the finer points of podcasting, the fun of storytelling, and the peculiar ways in which whiskey always rears its ugly head. So I guess that's what the shot was. Also, swearing from time to time in a way that accentuates the joke. Unfamiliar with the concept. I'm from New Jersey. We basically were born saying the 7 words you can't say on television. So,
What
there
about
you have it.
Sopranos?
What about The Sopranos?
They say all the words. They're
Yeah,
in
they
New
say everything.
Jersey.
They're HBO.
HBO.
Yeah. What's that? David Zaslav doesn't know. Anyway.
So I gotta know, like, I gotta find these people. I gotta know what the nose is about.
Well, you could send them an email. They said as much.
I will.
Yeah, Jesse, you're like, I'm gonna track them down. It's like, oh, they use headliners. You could probably just
Yeah.
reach out.
We could probably just
Maybe
search
tweet.
the show name and ask them.
Or like I could just like give you the email because they gave us their email when they
I mean,
submitted
like,
their-
are they
Okay.
do they do like smelling notes of the whiskey? Do they just like? I gotta
Oh,
know
you're
how the
asking
nose
at
comes
why,
into this.
yeah, why Schnozcast
You just can't get
Schnozcast.
past the
I can't.
the nose is called a schnoz.
Is that from a different language?
I think it's-
Can
is
someone
it-
give me the origins?
I feel like it's like a New York thing.
Yeah, it's
maybe
just,
Jewish.
Yiddish, I think.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah, I
Yiddish.
think it's like it's
I
just
have
one of
no
those
idea.
old timey
Disgusting.
words that like, people say in movies where they have transatlantic accents.
Yes.
Get out of the way or I'm gonna deck you in the schnoz. That
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it's like old timey. It's schmuck. It's like
It means nose. 1942 from Yiddish.
Oh, there you go.
nailed it, Max.
Neutzel from German schnoz,
Oh.
snout, muzzle, which is related to Middle English snoot,
A
compared to
snoot.
schnauzer.
Love that word.
Wow, I
There you
didn't
go.
know that. That's pretty interesting. Schnauz
Yeah.
is the schnauzer.
There's you can learn so much random stuff about like language. Like apparently the word hello comes from like howdy, which comes from how do or how do ye. So yeah, just following like the etymology of a word is weird. Anyway,
How do ye the new cacao?
it's technically the old one. That's what they said back in like the 1700s. Like, how do ye?
Well, how do we get to cacao? What's the evolution of how
Well, a
do
bird-
ye cacao?
A bird started saying hello, and instead of
Ah,
freaking out, people just ran with
parrots.
it. Yeah.
I think you just
Um,
let me come up with something and I was tired. I think that's the etymology of cacao.
There you go. So we've all gone now. So we get to do it all over again. And now, hopefully, some of you that may have gotten it right, not going to name names, Max, are going to get it wrong. Maybe. So you know how this works. You cover your eyes and you get it wrong.
All right, let's do this. Round 2, redemption.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I just got the DVD of Tales to Chill the Bone 4 that I was in one of the shorts in that anthology it has, and It was great. It's right here actually. Yeah. See, man, it was a lot of fun. So I went out. We actually shot 4 movies out there that day. It's Christ Almighty. And then and then back to work during the week. Back to the day job.
Yeah, at some point, like anything I've been doing has been voice and remote stuff. At some point, I got to get on a set and do some.
There's nothing like it. There's something about it. You know, just creating art and telling a story. And I can't wait to tell this story specifically. You know, I'm glad to have you guys as a part of it because I think you guys are gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to add to it and see what we got ourselves into.
All right. So here are your choices, Max. Number 1, The Steve and Crypto Show. Number 2, Horror and More. And number 3, Children of the Pod.
Jesus, seems like a specifically hard one.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
sound like they were talking about like PAing on a film set. So I don't know how crypto gets into that. Children of the Pod, everything's a podcast, so nothing there. And horror, I mean, okay, well, I'm gonna guess the second one just because maybe they work on horror movies. That's literally all I got to go off. So let's just roll the dice on that.
the dice have fallen off the table. Oh God, they've spilled into somebody's drink and he's choking on it. You're wrong. It's the Steve and Crypto Show.
Damn, how did they get
Yeah.
from crypto to film sets? I guess that's their side crypto's their side gig or something, or film sets
Yeah.
are their side gig.
Maybe we were only listening to the Steve portion of the show. You know, maybe like halfway
Yeah.
through every episode, it just becomes a crypto thing.
And they'd probably
Right.
just give live updates on the meme cryptos, like your Doge coins and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been rough in the crypto market, so maybe they're going back to their old gigs.
They're going back
After,
to their roots, being
roots, yeah.
Steves. Anyway,
Wait, am I missing something with the Steves?
it's just because it's called the Steve and Crypto Show.
Ah.
If it's not about crypto, I'm assuming this is Steve. Like,
Yeah, well, I wish Steve well. No, maybe he's doing well now because crypto got some Bitcoin action going. So good for you, Steve.
there you go. We don't even know if this is
Good
Steve
job,
because
Steve.
the episode that this is from is titled Kevin Duffy. So, yeah, we're just going to move on through that. Here's the show description, though. We're casually talking all things pop culture, horror, entertainment, horror, art, music, horror, collectibles, and more, while providing an outlet for creators to promote their projects. Did we
Oh, is
mention
it
we
like-
like horror?
It's like crypto, like cryptic. Is it just
Like a
accidentally
cryptid.
like the?
I don't.
had
Yeah,
that
I don't think it
thought.
has anything to do with like cryptocurrency because they're
It's
What a
cryptozoology.
podcasts.
Yeah.
That's like-
Cryptozoology.
So we're talking about Mothman.
Mothman,
Ah,
Loch
that
Ness,
makes sense.
champagne.
Yeah.
That
Yeti.
threw me for such a loop. I feel like if you name anything crypto, I'm just going to think about the like digital coins.
Which
But-
is valid. I always thought people say like cryptic or something instead of crypto when it's not the
It's-
currency.
It's a crypto for currency. It's supposed to be like cryptid.
Yeah.
Those are the critters.
Yeah.
Also, they
Yeah,
mentioned like
yeah.
Tales of something. So maybe we just didn't hear it, but maybe he was talking about like Tales of the Crypt in the beginning. I don't
Well,
know.
I guess the horror thing. I mean, it sounds like I was wrong for the right reason, I'd say. So I don't know. I'm going to demand like a quarter of a point because I said maybe they're PAing on horror movies, which
Yeah.
sounds more right now that I'm seeing the horror show like cover art here and nothing about Dogecoin or Bitcoin in there. So it's just, you name anything crypto these days, people are going to think you're talking about the currency. So
Yeah.
that's on me, I guess, or I don't know. Maybe I was set up to fail. It was an unwinnable round, and some of the audience will want fair redemption, but we'll let them decide.
Max, I don't know what you're talking about. I only told you to get it wrong right before we started.
That's right. I took a dive. Big radio
Sure.
strikes again. I got some payola. Take a hit on that one.
There you have it. Moving on. Christy, would you like to go next?
I feel like I don't have a choice.
You really don't.
You don't.
Well, Well, let's go.